There is no choice. There is no choice but to gather here in the dark, in the quiet, at the hours after midnight, here, hoveled, quietly, secluded in the dark of night on the floor. There is no choice. If they were to know that we have met, if they were to find out, those who control, those who rule, those who govern and dictate and manipulate the world around us, if they were to know that we were gathered here, it would be trials and tribulations for the lot of us all. There is no choice but to meet in hiding here in the house of Arqam, Ibn Al Arqam. Dar Al Arqam is the place we choose to gather together. There is no choice but to do this in secret and in hiding. Gathering in small groups, a little ring, a little circle, to express the truth. A new approach, a new methodology, a new innovation, a groundbreaking concept. A group put together in secret to disclose and uncover the secrets of the unseen, the secrets of the spirit world, the secret that we all know and feel is true, that which we see around us, that which we observe around us, that which we know is going on cannot be right. There's something wrong here, brothers and sisters, and we got no choice but to gather together in secret. Here in the house of Dar Al Arqam is where the earliest Muslims met 1400 years ago, when the Prophet first received revelation of the early parts of the Quran, those that talked about the mysteries and the wonder of that which was just beyond. You have begun to feel and know in your heart of hearts that which you see cannot be true. There must be something more. There must be something greater. There must be something beyond what you see and feel with your physical senses. This cannot be all that there is. And so, there is no choice but to gather here in the dark at night and talk in soft tones and hush whispers about what the truth may be. And there, in Dar Al Arqam, the Prophet and those earliest first believers, a select group, a select few, a handful of prime individuals, the chosen few, gathered together with the messenger before anybody even knew what was gonna happen, before the world had even heard that the new message has been revealed. A select few got to know. A select few got to hear. A select few heard the verses as they came down from the very moment they were revealed. A special group, a group that went on to be cherished and known, a group that stood fast like lions in battle over times and hardships. A select few individuals who knew that what was on the other side was more important than that which they were going through here. Yes, it's hard and it's rough, and sometimes the days go on and the burdens bear down on you. But did you ever think what it was like 1400 years ago when the leaders of Quraysh and the tribes had begun pagan rituals of darkness, and the Prophet Muhammad alone brings out the word, and those few beings of pure light, those pure hearts gathered together in hiding in the house of Ibn Abi Al Arqam to be trained in the presence of the messenger, to believe before all those who even knew were going to believe. There, Ibn Abi Arqam was a young man, somebody that the leaders and the elders of the tribes would least expect. Al Arqam's tribe was pretty well known, and they met in his house to be trained, to hear the pure message of the Quran, to understand what it meant to purify your heart, to see and feel and remember Allah, to understand the difference of what it was true while darkness was surrounding you, to hear the verses recited, to be told that the empires of Persia and Rome were going to fall, to find out that you were going to be given the keys to the heavenly kingdoms and the worlds of the unseen, to have Allah express himself and describe the signs of nature, of the sun and the moon and Asr, the time, and the cattle and the land and the sea and the oceans, and that not a leaf falls except that he knows it. What is in the light? What is in the dark? To hear these first early messages, and to be those who sat in that first sitting, that group known as Dar Al Arqam, to be amongst those who were the first to hear. My name is Salim Siddiqui, and you're listening to Hot Conflict. We're live on the air, brothers and sisters, every Thursday night. Get your questions and comments live on the air. To be amongst those who heard the message, heard the story, got the true story from beginning to end, who became amongst those who counted themselves and said, yes, I hear it. I feel it. I understand it. I comprehend it. I resonate it, and I feel your vibe, brother. I'm with you all the way. From this world to the next, we are committed. From the very beginning, that when they heard the story, they knew we are committing something. We are going against everything. We are going to stand up against all that is, all that exists, every status quo that exists. We're going to stand up against all of it. There in Dar Al Arqam, disclosure, the event, the awakening, the opening, the fath, the understanding, the preaching to the commons, the first contact between the common man and those who were of the light under the new tutelage of this new messenger hadn't occurred. They were still gathering. They were still gathering in quiet and in private. They were still gathering in secret and in solitude. They had not gotten to the point to publicly declare themselves. What they were doing was still the beginning, the early stages, the beginning of the passage, the beginning of the journey. The beginning of the message. My name's Salim Siddiqui. Call us live on the air. Get your questions, your comments, your stories, your dreams, the things that bother you, the things that you have seen, the things that you're too worried and afraid to tell other people about, but that you know you're welcome to come here. Talk about it, express it, discuss it, feel it, hear about it. 760-825-0949. Get your questions live on the air. 760-825-0949. You are listening to Hot Conflict Radio. Calling live every Thursday night, midnight, 12 a.m. Eastern. Call in to get your questions and comments live on the air. Dial into the show by phone 760-825-0949. You can dial in from the site on Blog Talk Radio using Skype or through a regular phone calling in at 760-825-0949. That's 760-825-0949. Get your questions and comments live on the air, talking about the weird and the wild, the strange and the supernatural, things that go bump in the night. Get on hotconflict.com.